But first, as is our tradition, we'll hear from a young person, and if we need a symbol of commitment, she's one. 8-year-old Moksha Roy has the distinction of being the world's youngest sustainability advocate, having begun at 3. Her family care passionately about the future of the planet and Moksha's future on it. And now that enthusiasm is entirely her own. She campaigns for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and Global Goals. And in the summer of 2021, she wrote to over 190 world leaders, asking them to include the global goals in their educational curricula. She received many responses, and here in the UK, an award from the Prime Minister, and the goals were included in the English school curriculum in 2022. Her YouTube channel carries her message far and wide, whether it's political activism or small steps like avoiding food waste. She's certainly a force to be reckoned with, and she has a message for all of us. Please welcome Moksha Roy. There we go.
Thank you, Marion, for the lovely introduction. Hello, everyone. I would really like to thank CMC for giving me this opportunity to address the CMC delegates this year. I hope that what I'm going to say today will inspire everyone here to create positive change through what you do as media makers. My parents have been celebrated scientists and accomplished healthcare professionals who made a really conscious choice to become sustainability advocates after I was born, with one selfish agenda: to protect me and our loved ones from the devastating impacts of climate change. So I learned about sustainability from the time when I was very young. Their inspiration and my empathy to preserve the world around me led me to becoming the world's youngest sustainability advocate, starting at just age 3, when I wanted to save the octopuses, fishes and mermaids and stop microplastic pollution. So now I advocate for sustainability to combat climate change for the very same reasons I brush my teeth every day. Just like we clean our teeth to avoid any horrible future pain or discomfort, we should also be combating climate change through our everyday actions to avoid and protect ourselves from the increasing dangers it poses. Just to let you know, I see no difference at all between the two. So I've never ever suffered from any climate anxiety. I did a short survey in my school and local community recently for children aged 4 to 10 years old, just to find out a bit more about their climate anxiety. So, the results showed that most children were super worried about climate change and knew exactly what it was. But surprisingly, most children thought that climate change was only affecting animals, such as polar bears and penguins. They have no clue that right now, climate change is affecting millions of people around the world just as I speak. Most children thought that they could do something to stop climate change, but their knowledge is still limited to planting trees, turning off taps, switching off lights, walking instead of driving, and litter picking. But this is not enough. And this is where I see you media makers can play such an important role in helping children to overcome this horrible climate anxiety by empowering them with ideas and information which will help them to take bolder actions that will really impact our climate positively. But the big question I want to ask you all is, how brave and responsible can you be to empower and activate children's power to save the planet and us? Because that will determine if children are able to influence adults whose food, money, businesses, jobs, and the businesses they support are bringing the big changes needed. Are you ready to empower young children like me to pester their parents to only buy pre-loved clothes and shoes? Buy only those toys that are harmless to the environment? Donate money that they otherwise spend on birthday gifts to charity? Because children are still not understanding how everyday things like food, clothes and toys are contributing to climate change, and then just endangering those poor polar bears and penguins that they care so much about. Are you ready to empower teenagers to ask even more difficult questions to adults? Like, Dad, does your company pay fair wages to people it employs in Africa? Mum, does your pension money get invested in oil and gas or in green energy? Aunt Sheila, you work for a global giant. Do they even pay any taxes to the UK at all? So, because only then adults will understand how their actions are actually endangering their own children's future. I believe that you have the superpowers to empower children so that they can be protected from climate anxiety. Because you can show them solutions of how everyday things and family choices such as shopping, food, clothes, holidays and travel is contributing to climate change, but then can also, if done sustainably, then can also reduce the impact on the climate. So, I believe that it is only through solution-led engagement that children can fully overcome the climate anxiety while creating a profound impact to the world around them. One such engaging example is the UN Water Week UK. Water Week is educating and inspiring children across the country to learn more about water conservation and stop water pollution. As a youth ambassador for Water Week, I call for support from all of the children's media organisations to amplify our efforts to have safe and clean water for all. So, now, like I said earlier, brushing my teeth is the same as climate action for me. So the next time one of you brush your teeth, will you ask yourselves, what can you do as a children's media maker to protect the future of the audience that you serve? Just like you tell your children that they must cross roads safely to protect them from accidents, we need to start empowering children to take action. Because it is only through hundreds of scripts, books, and programs that you can show solution-led climate action. Not just occasionally, but exactly like brushing your teeth every single day. So, I'm going to leave you with one parting thought. Think about this. Are you ready to be brave and responsible to create a real difference in combating climate change? Thank you.
We must be the only industry that allows itself to be upstaged by children.